Hello everyone, in this video tutorial I'll show you how you can use Foliage 2D to create simple foliage animations as well as regions of foliage along a path. Okay, let's start from the beginning. You can create a new foliage object by accessing the menu Game Object to Foliage. Create Foliage Object. The foliage object has two scripts. The first is responsible for the mesh creation, while the second for the mesh animation. Pixels to unit sorting layer and ordering layer have the same functions as in the sprites. Width and height segments control the number of quads the mesh has. Now let's take a look at how we can animate this object. First, we must add an animator component to it. As you can see, currently this animator controller doesn't have an animation. So I'll create a new animation. The parameter we want to animate is called offset. As you can see, the mesh now is animated. The sliders in the offset factors group control which part of the animated offset parameter is used to change the position of a horizontal row of vertices. If I change the value of the top slider to 0, you can see that the top row of vertices stops moving. We can use these sliders to make the bending of the mesh a little more pronounced. The simple bending option is useful for objects with a small height. For objects with a bigger height, it is better to use the smart bending option. To show you the difference between the simple and the smart option, I'll bring another two objects in the scene. As you can see, the bending of the right object is a little more pronounced. Now let's take a look at how we can create regions of foliage. You can create a new path object from the menu Game Object to Foliage, create foliage path. This is the default foliage path. As you can see, it is empty. To fill this path with objects, we first must place a prefab in the foliage prefabs group. You can use the plus gizmo to add new path nodes. You can delete an existing path node by holding the Alt key. Foliage pattern controls how the new objects are instantiated. For a better example, I'll place another object in the foliage prefabs list. Random means that new objects will be instantiated randomly. Consecutive means that the objects will be instantiated consecutively. The overlapping factor controls the density of the objects. The density can be fixed or random. First object offset changes the position on a path line the first object has. Last object offset changes the position on a line the last object has. You can smooth the path by selecting Smooth from the path type. Uniform values means that the bias and tension will be the same for all the path nodes. If you want to change the bias and tension only of a single path node, disable this toggle. And a new handle will appear near the selected path node. That is all for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.